Good morning. Today is Friday, the 28th of February, 2025, and the time now is 11:32 a.m. in the morning. My name is Miller, or Egan, or Bellingham, or Cudworth, or Roxbury, or Kid Blackie the Nonpareil, or Marsh, or Bull, or Roughneck, or the Black Bull. Got many different fighting boxing names, and I'm a fighter, boxer, pugilist. I heard this African man or West Indian man say that talking to yourself is the first sign of madness. That talking to yourself is the first sign of madness. Now it's probably I'm 55 now. I'm 55 now. I probably heard this. So I'm 55. And I heard it probably about maybe um, 25 years ago when I was 30. When I was 30 years old. He said that talking to yourself. He didn't say it to me. I think it was on the TV or on the radio. Or maybe I heard it I saw it on the internet. I can't remember whether it was YouTube or whether it was other internet site somewhere. Well, I could have read it in a paper, one of these West Indian papers, African papers, not African paper, West Indian papers, because I've never bought African papers. But he said that talking to yourself is the first sign of madness. The first sign of madness. I think to myself, well, talking to yourself is the first sign of madness. It's kind of deep still, you know. Kind of deep still. Kind of deep still. What are you saying? And it's kind of deep, isn't it? Talking to yourself is the first sign of madness. Basically, wow. Talking to yourself is the first sign of madness. This was this African man. I think he was a young man. So I was probably 30 years old. He was about my age, and he said, "Oh, talking to yourself the first time." Maybe in Africa, they consider that a person that talks to themselves is mad. Maybe in Africa now. I have been to Africa. I went to Egypt, North Africa, in 2017. But I'm talking about the other parts, the traditional parts of Africa that people associate with Africa, like Nigeria, Kenya, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Zaire, these places. Do you know what I mean? So many beautiful places in Africa, South Africa. So I don't know in Africa, in other parts of Africa, they consider that a person who's African or whatever the tribe is, because in Africa there's many different tribes. They'll all agree there's different tribes, but that a person from any different doesn't matter the tribes, Oso, Yoruba, Igbo, that they talk to themselves that they're mad. I don't know if they consider that because in Africa it's a different kind of cultural context because obviously it's more rural, it's more wildlife, it's more the environment's different to like Europe. It's a different environment, yeah. Not completely different. It's different. It's modernized. Some parts of Africa is very modern. They've got nice buildings and things like that. I haven't seen them. I've seen it on the internet. Nice buildings and things like that, yeah. And over the past 30, 40 years, a lot of entrepreneurs and businessmen, and there's been a lot of philanthropy. People get donating money and resources to Africa, yeah. So much stuff, giving them like computers and solar panels and this and that, and really tried to build up the schools and built schools over there and hospitals and this and that. Really tried to help them have the things we have here in Europe. Yeah. I've heard about that over the last 30, 40 years. There's been a lot of philanthropy to help them to have the things that we have here. They consider like necessities of life. You know what I mean? So it's talking to yourself the first sign of madness. It's a very strange thing, context, because I'm not a psychologist or anything like that. I mean, I've only been on planet Earth since 1969. Only Jehovah would know what he considers to be mad, how he would call mad, because like Jehovah God, who's holy in heaven at the moment, not at the moment, who's holy in heaven, he will know. I'd love to know what he thinks. Now, I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I'd like to know what he thinks. Because if a person talks to himself, like they're mad, because you could say something like you could be in the kitchen. Like most of us in Europe, most of us have kitchens in it. You could be like, and something like a cup drops on your foot. You're damn that. So you just said damn that. You've spoken. You said, oh, damn that. So saying damn that because the cup fell in your foot, does that mean you're mad? Because that's speaking to yourself, because there's nobody else, just you in the kitchen, innit? You've got your kitchen, lovely kitchen, you've got your washing machine, your cooker, got your kettle, you know what I mean? And all of that, innit? You've got your microwave oven. And so, you're busy, like you're making a cup of coffee or tea, and you take a cup and it drops on your foot. You say, oh, damn that, oh, sod that. You say, oh, Jesus Christ. You say, wait a minute, sorry, does that mean you're mad? Because obviously, this African young man or boy that said this 30 years ago, he didn't say in what context. I took it in the totality to mean any kind of exclamation or conversation is mad. So you might say like, there's so many examples in human life where a person says an exclamation out. It's like, for instance, I've heard it a lot in England. Like there could be you could be sitting on the bus. Like we have double-decker bus in Hounslow. You could be sitting on the bus downstairs in a double-decker bus, and you're at the back now. And so there's two people in front of you, and there's a space beside you. Now you're thinking, right, I'm gonna have a nice journey from here to Hamworth Road down to the Treaty Centre. And by Cromwell Road, this big, obese, overweight man, he's really big and fat. He's like 20. He's like really. He's got a lot of weight, and he comes to sit right beside you. You're thinking, Jesus Christ! You might say Jesus Christ. Because he's going to squeeze in that little space. You know, the seat beside you is not that big. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. That's the little space there. You're thinking, rah, on a low, you wouldn't want anybody really squeezing in there like that. But he'll come now. You know these people. I don't know where they come from, but you see that little space now, and he makes a beeline. Rather than go upstairs or climb up the stairs, he'll come and sit beside you, you know, knowing that he's going to squash you. Follow me now. I'm just saying that I'm taking that in like a analogy, a situation, or hypothetically, yeah. So you think like you might say, Jesus Christ, can't you sit over there? Because they might, like beside on the other side, the seat's free, vacant. Just pretend that the seat's vacant now. He'll sit there. You might say, Jesus Christ. Does that mean you're mad because you said Jesus Christ? You've spoken to yourself. You ain't spoken to him because obviously you don't know the man. You're saying Jesus Christ. Does that mean you're mad? Yeah, because he's come now. He's come. You think, right? It's just a little short, low journey from Hamworth Road down to the fucking Treats to get a Treaty Centre. He sees the little space beside you, and they think, rah, give a dog a bone. Why did he wait for the next bus? Like you think, you know what it's saying to you, you're thinking that, rah, that's a bit deep still. He'll come and squeeze his blood clot stuff beside you, you're thinking, rah, that's deep. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to hold my breath to make myself smaller? Hold my breath in like for 10 minutes and shit? Because maybe there's traffic ahead. So you've got to hold your breath now to make yourself small enough so you can squeeze in. That's it. You'd be like, rah, Jesus Christ. Does that mean you're mad because you said Jesus Christ? So what I'm saying is, well, there's so many contexts in the human situation where we might make an exclamation. Like, I know more, but I'm not going to say them. But so many situations where an exclamation is something you say out. Just to like, you say out. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think culturally around the world, I haven't been to every single nation in the world. No, I've only been to a few. There are so many beautiful people in the world, like nations of people, where culturally they got a different belief system, a different culture. I think in Europe is very much, they walk on a tightrope in life. They're very prim and proper. They like to be seen to be civilized, and they're up there with God, St. Michael. They were St. Michael, and he's holding their hand, and they're walking through life. And they think that they're really prim and proper, and they're well-to-do, and they're rich and wealthy. They've never been poor. They're always rich. They've got the best language, the best mannerism, the best culture in the world fucking ever. That's what they believe. So, and so over the last 300 years, they've had a lot of people from overseas or immigrants come here. So obviously these immigrants come with their cultural mannerisms. These immigrants have come with their cultural mannerisms. So maybe these quintessentially British people frown upon it and say, well, that's not part of our culture. We don't have that because we're with St. Michael, the archangel. We're close to thee. He's with us. So the things that we do, the things that they've seen other these little shitty little cultures do, they think that, well, rah, that's deep. We don't understand that.